In the small town of Bluffdale, Texas, in 1974, a terrifying crime would rock this peaceful community to its core. The victim, an 18-year-old high school senior named Carla Wolker, was known for her radiant smile and kind heart, but her life took a grim turn on a fatal Valentine's Day. Carla and her boyfriend, Rodney McCoy, had planned a simple night out at the local bowling alley, unaware of the nightmare that awaited them. But they had no idea that a chance encounter with a man named Glenn McCurley would morph their evening into a nightmare. That's the chilling reality that Carla Wolker and Rodney McCoy found themselves in on that fateful Valentine's Day of 1974. The small Texas town of Bluffdale became the stage for a horrific crime. Glenn McCurley, a man driven by alcohol-fueled rage, assaulted and kidnapped Carla, leaving the community shocked and terrified. Despite becoming a person of interest in the investigation, McCurley managed to elude justice. The lack of convicting evidence allowed him to slip through the cracks of the legal system, leaving investigators in a state of frustration and despair. For over 40 years, the case of Carla Wolker remained unsolved. It became a haunting tale of a crime that seemingly had no answers. It was a cold case that left investigators puzzled for over 40 years. But things changed in 2018 when advancements in DNA technology provided the chance for investigators to reopen the case. This scientific breakthrough was a beacon of hope in the shadowy depths of Carla's unsolved crime. It was like a puzzle piece that had been missing for over 4 decades, suddenly falling into place. The investigators, eager to bring justice to Carla, meticulously re-examined all her belongings that were preserved from that fateful night. Among them, a scarf she had worn, a hairbrush she had used, even a soda can she had sipped from. These seemingly mundane items were now the key to unlocking the truth. As the DNA strands were decoded, a clear picture began to emerge. The results were astonishing. The DNA found on Carla's belongings matched to a T with Glenn McCurley, the same man who was a person of interest decades ago. Test results from Carla's belongings yielded a clear DNA match to McCurley, the same man who was a person of interest decades ago. Armed with undeniable evidence, the police confronted McCurley in 2019. It was a confrontation that had been decades in the making. The walls of the interrogation room bore silent witness to the tension that filled the air as McCurley, once a figure of authority, found himself in the crosshairs of justice. As the police presented the irrefutable DNA evidence, the facade of innocence that McCurley had carefully constructed over the years began to crack. In an unexpected turn of events, McCurley, possibly overwhelmed by the weight of his sins, confessed to his heinous act. The chilling details of his confession sent shivers down the spines of those present. It was a stark revelation that underscored the monstrous nature of his crime. The subsequent trial was a whirlwind, a blur of testimonies and evidences that painted a grim picture of that fateful Valentine's Day in 1974. In a surreal and shocking turn of events, McCurley's attempt to twist the narrative did nothing to sway the ears of justice. He was found guilty. After 4 decades, love finally won justice for Carla. The final chapter in Carla Wolker's story was written not with a pen of despair, but with a quill of resilience and an inkwell of perseverance. Rodney McCoy, Carla's boyfriend, who had been haunted by the events of that fateful Valentine's Day, finally saw his beloved's tormentor brought to justice. As he stood on the witness stand, his voice echoed through the courtroom. His testimonies, filled with heartbreaking recounts of their lost future, served as a haunting reminder of the innocence that was stolen that night. Yet, amidst the pain, there was a sense of resolution, a glimmer of peace that came with the verdict, guilty. The conviction of Glenn McCurley was a victory not just for Carla, but for all victims of violence whose voices have been silenced. It was a testament to the relentless pursuit of justice, even in the face of time, even when hope seems to wane. Carla's story, though marked by tragedy, has become a beacon in the darkness, illuminating the path towards justice in cold cases. Her legacy is a testament to the enduring power of love and the unyielding resilience of the human spirit. As we reflect on Carla's story, we're left pondering a powerful question. If faced with such adversity, what lengths would you go to see justice served?